So people have been asking for a director's cut, so figured I would record some voiceover audio. Let's check it out. Transform one looking good here. I think I'm just pretending to check a path before I choose that. It's pretty safe. That's a good transform. That'll help with the early combats quite a bit, which is really the most important part. Just checking to see a path with a good amount of rests, just in case. If we get strong, we can fight a bunch of elites. If not, kind of limp through. High five would be good here, except thorns and taking damage, so just block. Yeah, in that case, probably better just take a little bit of damage. I won't have too much to say on these early fights, and then this is just, this is basically the starter deck versus an easy enemy. Thinking here, normally since we got the attack on the transform, I figure getting some more energy is actually probably better just long term. 35 transform again, absolutely insane. Not super good early, but hey, we'll take it. The path I'm going on doesn't really have a lot of potential merchants, so I figured just spend all my money to get some cool upgrades. Pretty good at that. Decided to just play the power here just to make the fight easier since I only had one block anyways, I could play it. I find, this character in particular, you're just blocking quite heavily. So, like if you're playing Ironclad, for instance, like you're taking damage initially on these hallway fights, this character you usually can block pretty well. And then scales in that, and then you just kill him with one of those. It's probably got to be negative pulse, I would imagine. Just a good damage and block card. Debating whether to tank here. I think it's a bad idea to tank and play that. Might as well just let that big scaling power exhaust for an early hallway fight. Check if that's lethal. It is. And then hopefully some attacks here. Not quite, but with the Doom, we actually get the kill. A lot of potions, we'll take it. It's probably Scourge here. Just more damage, but also has draw, so Blight Strike's probably better initially, but I'd rather have the card draw moving forward. It seems like we'll be alright with High Five and Unleash Plus for now. As I said, I do think that block is so important, so I think I end up applying this to the card we just picked up, Negative Pulse, extra block. I'm debating whether to give card draw over Domain, but that's just not that good yet. That would be good, though we have an Elite coming up, so I figured the front-loaded block is probably better. Just checking to see, if that makes sense to me, or if I'm just skipping. Yep. Just wanted to get the higher block. It was basically like an upgrade of my card too, so it's pretty good. Works out well here too with this AoE fights. It's good. I'm totally willing to use both potions on this elite. I don't know how many elites I'm gonna end up taking here, but this fight can definitely just kill you, so certainly worth it. Yeah, here I'm like, I want the scaling, and applying this one with AoE is super strong, so since I already have the plating down, figure get that done just to make this fight pretty easy. This kills one of them and puts a bunch in lethal, so yeah, I feel like normally it's like it would seem like a waste to use so many potions. I'm just like ready, but given that we just like didn't take any damage really there, that seemed worth it to me. Definitely not taking another Scourge. Lethality is okay. I already have a power. I'm thinking Severance, probably just like another damage card with some card draw. It's probably worth it. This fight rocks because you just always take damage. And the strength skills. Might use a potion here. Probably not. Probably just tank a bunch. Should be drawing this block. Unfortunately, with the Doom, we are waiting. I'm doing a calculation here of this should be lethal next turn. Given that he just keeps attacking with this strength scaling, I think I opt to just strike here and take a bunch of damage. We saved a bunch in the elite, so I don't feel like too bad about it. We're blocking 6 with Asti, so just eating a 14. No, I just had to block. Probably was better to do what I said previously. Nope. I guess I made the right call. I guess my insight isn't going to be very good if I'm just objectively worse than when I actually played the run. Grave Warden's pretty good. Seems like we could use a little bit more block, and that card will be good just moving forward. So block and draw can't go wrong. Love playing that card whenever we draw it. Plus, then we get to block. It's 2 energy. White Star's a pretty cool relic if we can fight a bunch of elites throughout the game. Just like a free rare card reward is pretty good. Because you get to pick out of 3 from every elite, so it's an actual card reward. Very strong. And then with the upgrade, that A+ is really strong on that. Didn't need to play Doom there. It won't really make a difference unless, of course, I die to Doom. But I was just going to block anyways. Unless I use an energy potion, which seems like a bad use in this fight. This fight's generally pretty easy, especially with Doom. And all the block we have. We'll stack up Doom and chill. And do a little damage. Osti's blocking for us, so we're good. Doom and lethal. See? Doom is actually good. I think everyone kind of thought it was bad at first, but it seems that the opinion is changing amongst a lot of the high-level community, from what I see. The rest, just because this fight just eats us alive. Yeah, I definitely finding that we rest a lot more in this game. Just because card rewards are so strong, it's like I want to fight elites and get good card rewards and potential relics, but upgrades are a little bit harder to come by. And here, we can block this fight pretty well, it turns out. So I'm definitely going to. I'm pro, unless you can kill it right away. If you split him while he has the Vigor enabled, he will Vuln you and then use Vigor and hit for like a 39. So it's not ideal unless you can just burst him down. So here with this character and the amount of block we have, I'm just gonna block and apply Doom. Not worried about bursting him down too much. He doesn't scale very much. Actually, I don't think he scales at all as far as strength. So just a Vigor on the one hit. So if you could just consistently block for like 20, totally fine. which with the extra energy and block threats we have, we're just actually blocking 26. We are splitting here just to end it. Starting with the Doom Flood. Meal ticket is sweet. I believe we're going to go shop right after this. Deathbringer is super strong. Just a ton of damage and weak. It's very good. I mean, Neurosurge and Seance are both cracked. Yeah, I mean, Neurosurge, free heal, which means we actually are going to get an upgrade going into the boss, which is cool. This shop kind of sucks. Am I considering anything here? I mean, obviously, like a remove, of course, but I'm either going Whisper and skipping. Probably skipping. I'm not going to buy that. Deathbringer is a good upgrade. Get it pre-upgraded for Act 2, the AoE fight, so I'm going Severance. I think in hindsight, I would probably still go Deathbringer over Severance. But I think I picked upgrade Severance just to have the actual damage card. And then we'll use a potion if we need to in this fight. This fight's not too scary with the amount of block we have. We just, once we play Domain, we have enough energy to play those status cards that do take away HP. So once we get our power down, we're feeling like pretty chill. If we ever draw it, seemingly. Bottom deck it. Of course, you bottom deck that card. For sure, playing it. Unclear here whether to play Deathbringer or not for the. It's got to be, yeah, back in. Just attack and keep the damage. Notably, of course, the back ends you cannot block. It just says lose HP, not do damage. So important to play those. It'd be good if we had some sort of exhaust, but this character doesn't have too much targeted exhaust, so. Gonna be Deathbringer. That's gonna be our main source of damage. That and negative pulse. We'll stack up the Doom. Like I said, this is a pretty easy fight as far as the Act 1 bosses go. And there, I let Ostu take some damage, just to play an attack card, because, you know, we don't, the worst thing would be end up with like 2 new statuses. That's really the only way to fumble this fight. We do have so much energy that it shouldn't be an issue, but. And here we are taking a little damage. And, you know, obviously, not that I can do anything about it, but keeping an eye on the Doom. We have 5 turns before Neurosurge kills us, barring us not taking any damage further. But it looks like we're so close that we're just going to get it here. We'll take 6 more, but totally fine. 43 health, not bad. And, you know, I don't think I've taken like 2 copies of Neurosurge before, but I figured it's probably really good. It should make you end the fights fast enough that it, you know, it's worth playing. Even if 1's worth playing, 2's worth playing. But I'm debating Necromastery. It just doesn't seem like I'm building up Osty's health enough for that to be super relevant. I don't have enough souls or, you know, like a soul generating card or just, you know, big chunky health stab. Here I'm pretending to consider Astrolabe. It's like, oh, I could get some transforms and upgrade them, that'd be cool, but obviously I just take Runic Pyramid because it's like the best relic in the game, and when you see it, you pretty much just click on it, especially in the second one. It seems even better. It means I can play Neurosurge on a turn. on a later turn if I want. I probably won't. I'd probably just snap play it every, whenever I get it, but is an option. Which makes everything easier. You always have the cards you need, basically. Save your blocks if they're not attacking, etc. I don't know who the audience is for this video, so I don't know, what to explain specifically of why that's good. It just is. Yeah, double Neuro Surge. And a fight like this, it's like, yeah, just snap play it. It can't kill me. So it's super good for the hallways. It's the boss fights that it's like maybe it'll get you killed, but now we should be getting our Doom in play so much faster. Our powers in play. It really helps us play Domain too. This is the block hand. All my good cards at the bottom. Love it. I didn't need to play all those defense. I just did it because it was funny. I mean, I do have some card draw in hand, so I probably play like a couple of them, but more so just because why did I have all those blocks? Yeah, pardon the cough that you heard that. Game's making me sick. The sleep schedule's getting messed up. And usually Doom is pretty bad on this fight, but with those Neuro Surges and just like the fast deck cycling, it actually got the kill here. And I did want to get Deathbringer back, so I was worried when he took it at that I might not get the kill. Not much to say on this fight. If you can apply Doom through the block, that is good, but 26, he does just hit hard in this phase, so if you can break the block, that is also good. We of course can break here with this and Severance, or just here. Severance might have killed. Yeah, I think it did. But we're blocking anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I really like this character as far as like, typically in the first game you just didn't. Playing like this would just get you killed because you couldn't just out block everything. But okay, this is the actual elite of this act. You just tanking. We also don't have a great source of weak. Our only one is there 2-cost skill. I'll forget all the names. I'm giving a commentary, obviously, so. Doom is good, though. Doom is actually probably, one of the only sources of damage here that is good, or Osti attacks, luckily. So we actually do have a decent matchup here, but, like, I can't play defense. So I'll probably play our defend cards first. It will be the general strategy here. So into Neuro Surge, into defense. Summon also doesn't scale down, so you would play that last. I should play blocks first. And if I was doing it again, I would probably, like I said, play all my blocks first. Yeah, even Grave Warden blocks are 0. That's what I get for misplaying here. Just eating this. I am only taking 11, which is why this character is good. Like, even when I'm not blocking well, I still have a block. And then, yeah, the weakness is actually good. We actually full block here. Strength scaling potion, not very good for us. Death's Door is super good block. if you can apply Doom, which we obviously are playing so much. All the strikes are gone. Very strong. I have a leak coming up, so like I have to rest. There's no way. We might not take any damage, depending on the matchup. For instance, I especially for this character, I do think this is this elite is easier than that last hallway fight we just had. People are going to block all his attacks. He doesn't scale quickly, and as long as we just don't play attacks, this is where Doom is super strong. I forgot to mention Death's Door. Since we're applying Neurosurge Doom to ourselves every turn, we always get that second and third proc of the block card, so it's just super strong. 1 energy block, 21 is it? I think it's 7. Either 7 or 8. Sprinkling some attacks right before he adds the extra daze status per hit. Looking for a weekend here. We really want to defy. Every deck wants to defy for this character. This said, yeah, their weakness would be good here. Draw into some energy, or just that. Yeah, you don't need weekend when you block with intercept, which is nuts. Then I can just attack. Yep. Safe, easy fight. Actually didn't take damage, so could have not rested. But I mean, you gotta rest there. It's not trying to wipe. Here I'm thinking Scythe is really strong, but it is a little bit later. This get it scaled up. I mean, I have a Runic Pyramid, so it's probably the right call, but I picked Time's Up because I've never taken it before, and it seems like it'll be relevant since we get the free retain on it with Runic Pyramid, and we just build up a bunch of Doom and then hit them for like 100 damage. Kind of similar to Scythe, but we don't have to scale it up per fight, so it'll be good the whole time. Let's try to exhaust these 2 toxics. Probably. I guess blocking would actually make more sense. Just play one of them. I think it's just damage, not HP loss. If I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. See, 33 damage already is pretty good. I misplay though. I think we could have just high-fived first, and then that would have been lethal. Yeah, I should really just kill that one. It doesn't matter, this deck's block is so crazy. I am already feeling that we're very strong because we can kill that elite so easily. And then we also perfect this fight, so I think this is around the point where I'm feeling like I don't know what's gonna kill me. It's like we're pretty much good. And then we get the upgraded device, so I'm like, okay, now we're actually blocking. Everyone's gonna be weak. Yeah, before I was considering, I thought for sure I'd be skipping this elite, but since I took no damage in the last 2 fights, it seems like we'll probably take very little damage at this fight. I assume 16 here would take a little getting set up, but we have another rest before that 3rd elite, and then we'll be feeling very strong with these 3 rare cards we're getting. All my AoE Doom cards are very good here too, because I just know that I'm going to kill them all at the same time. I'm not really worried about it. weaken the multi-hits. I guaranteed 2. Probably guaranteed at a certain threshold either way, but they usually weaken the multi-hits. I haven't calculated those numbers, but that's my, it's the truthy. It's truthy, it's not true. Feels right. And again, yeah, basically just waiting to play Deathbringer, and then I just want to play it again. That just ends the fight, so maybe Neurosurge draws into it. If not, it'll draw into it next turn, and I'm blocking for 50, so I'm feeling pretty confident we end this fight very safely. So it took 11 to start, and now it's lethal. Play our block cards and get out of here. And so the death store is just absolutely insane. Like we're blocking like 50 a turn. It's just fine. More potions is good. None of those are particularly nice. Some more block. We're starting to get a little bit more souls running in the deck. I'm just gonna double check that. I think how many souls I'm actually generating. Still is just the one misclick. Still is just the one source, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, if I'm adding any cards, I'll probably be adding more. We'll have plenty of souls, and that is just further blocking. It's probably unnecessary to pick this card, frankly, but like I said, we will be picking soulless cards, if any. And since we took damage there, I'm going to rest a little bit more. Probably could greed. I'm not too scared of any of the elites at this point in Act 2. Or even Act 3 for that matter. I think I'm mostly scared of this boss, and then the Birdman in Act 3. Because we do let him scale up pretty high. Yeah, that being said, we are blocking for what could be a turn once we get going, so it should be completely fine. And we have a good source of weaken. So I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm basically thinking for like the boss comment at this point. I'm thinking this Act 2 boss and then the Act 3 bosses are really what's stopping me here. I don't want to give spoilers too, but I don't think they're stopping me either, frankly. I was to say here, the gameplay is getting pretty similar. It's just block, apply doom, wait until time's up is good, and then we'll bomb them, basically. I will say there are times when I think there's an optimal way to, or optimal opportunity to play time's up. I'm not really doing the math on it. I just play it, like for vibes when it feels good. You can see what I was worried about, the double Neurosurge. It does get close to killing me, but since my health is high, I really do just apply more doom than we're taking. It seems like we kill stuff. I should have played times up like hours ago. I basically forget it's in the deck until right now, and I go, oh shit, I'm one-shotting it. Instead of 160. Probably could have 2 turns ago. Another Death's Door is solid, but like I said, we're really blocking a lot already. I kind of feel like it's superfluous. I just want to remove. I think I just want less cards. It is tempting though. I wouldn't fault anyone for taking it. Yeah, second copy of this is stupid. Honestly, these are all pretty good. I probably would not take a second Devour Life since I don't have that many souls. It's not that good, but Oblivion is just extra doom. And since I am playing so many cards because of all the energy generation, I can go like pseudo infinite, and that'll apply a lot of Doom moving forward. Another Death Star. Royal Stamp's looking kind of interesting here. It's definitely a remove a defend just because I have so many freaking defends and they're clogging my hand. Royal Stamp, I'm trying to think here. I think I actually am like, oh, I'll put it on Neurosurge, but obviously they made that a power, so I cannot use it. I don't add that innate and retain to it. So I click on it and I go, oh man. I think Oblivion makes sense here. I end up picking Defy Plus just so that the fights always start off weak, and I really like that choice as it turns out because I usually only take damage in the first turn, so just having that weaken and 7 block or whatever it is turns out to be super valuable, I think, for the run. Retain is completely useless on that for a multitude of reasons. We retain our hand anyways because we're Runic Pyramid and it is ethereal, so it'll exhaust, but just being innate is kind of the key there. But yeah, Oblivion would be good too, to bottle there just to play it turn 1. But I think that bricks more, so it's safer to have just like the weekend block card. That's a pretty good turn 1. But what? Yeah, why make it innate if you just draw a turn 1? Plus, I can't play that many cards. I think there's a chance that if you don't have a lot of energy with Runic Pyramid in this fight, your hand gets clogged by those frantic escapes, but you have so much energy that it's not too big a deal, and I block so much that I think I just play him when I get him. I'm never even close to getting eaten by this thing. I'm just getting rid of those blocks for hand clog reasons. Not a lot of draw here, but we get the soul down. Just play these. This was probably the highest number I get this hand to. I usually get much closer to getting even. But yeah, we should really just nuke this boss. It doesn't do enough damage to get through our block, and we can just play all the frantic escapes because we have, like 6 energy a turn generally. We're getting a little hand cloggy, but that's fine. To be expected. Branch away. We're attacking. Yeah, sure. No, full block. Oh, so he's not taking any damage, which seems correct. I could probably wait a turn on that, but I guess I do wait a turn on it. A little more Doom. Lose my Defy there, which is tragic. One downside. But yeah, this is a full block kill. I just stop playing cards, just end from here. Playing blocks, just a full block to frame mog it. Okay. Reaper form's funny here. It's like just complete overkill. The seance is just better because I want more souls for a multitude of reasons. I saw this and I thought, please give me Preserve Fog, please. Just remove all my defense. Yeah, because like as I was saying, there's just the hand clog with those. Should be non-existent now. We already have so many block cards. Basically, most of our cards either block, apply Doom, or draw and get energy. So we're just blocking. I'm just debating. I'm like, is there anything else? Would I rather move like an attack or something like that? But I think I end up going. I think I even get rid of Bodyguard because souls should be my main source of summoning with the power I have. And then I could see probably high 5, honestly. I think I'm also debating that just because it's 2 cost. How often am I playing a 2 cost attack? It doesn't really do anything. Basically, because the 2 cost attack I want to play is Severance because we want to draw into our energy and go kind of semi-infinite, as it were. Which I think I do end up. I mean, it's Unleash or high 5 is the debate, I guess. think in hindsight, I'm going high five. I don't remember what I do. I think I might. No, yeah, it's gotta be high five. Yeah. Less use. We don't have. Voln doesn't really do anything because we don't attack as much. And Ostu's not getting big enough for Devastate to actually do something. Played it safe by hitting the rest site, but I really think we the Knights are the only thing that give us trouble here as far as elite wise. Pretending like I'm thinking about something there, I guess. You have one card, just play it. And the vision is coming true here. Just energy and draw. It's like a real card game. Yeah, I was semi worried about this because Doom is usually pretty slow, but what we got cooking here, time's up. It's lethal here. He's just dead. Doing the calculation for no reason. He's certainly dead.
We're full blocking.
These potions don't do shit. I don't need another one of those. I think I may have taken Feebling Touch here, but in hindsight, I would just skip, I think. I grab it there just because there are multi-hit enemies coming, so it's not bad, and it's ethereal, so it will get out of my deck. These cost a little too much for what I have currently, and I think there's a shop coming up later, so I opt to take those. Probably just lethal. Oh wait, we luck into the the exhaust draw there from our relic. Not too much to say here. That's dead air, as they call it. Sorry, we're on the clock while we're doing this. Don't tell anybody. Okay. I usually try to. I'm gonna kill the back one first here, so I weaken the front one, and that's because we block, so we will. We care more about the dex being drained than the strength. We don't have a lot of attack cards that's relevant for. Still maintaining the full block. Not afraid of these guys whatsoever. I do like the gimmick of these two guys, but unless you're, you know, like I feel like at this point you would be killing these guys. If you made it here, you would have died a long time ago if these were to give you trouble. And that's lethal now. And then yeah, there's nothing this front guy can do. You'd have to steal like 100 strength. Also, I was distracted. Did not note on the debilitate pickup. That is just overkill. Just nothing can damage you when you weaken it. I would have to steal 200 strength to actually damage us. Just looking for a little bit more. There you go. None of those. Trash. Go aggro is something, but we're blocking for a million, so we probably don't need it. And then Blessing of the Forge is probably pyramid meta. When do we upgrade here? Retain. It's nothing. Neurosurge like actually makes sense just because we do have so much card draw, so it's doable, but I just end up upgrading that. Just extra doom just to speed things up a bit. And we can just block this damage from the debuffs. I'm very confident that even though it's hitting 17, we will be blocking for more than that with our deck. Yeah, and so now basically our end game is to like actually go infinite with Oblivion if it's relevant. Things usually die before that, but yeah, basically we would be blocking until we go infinite. With Seance getting rid of all our cards. Again, I'm so overkill. We need to play that to get through these fights much faster, but I just keep blocking. I'm addicted to blocking. Pick up that potion. Doom application seems redundant. I think I pick up Sleight of Flesh here just to actually speed things up. This actually, if you have the energy to play it with Doom application, like with Oblivion specifically, you pretty much nuke things. That's pretty funny. Big fan. This is the first time we've taken damage in forever. It happens. It still happens. And I picked up that potion and let's use it. I get a free turn. I can play a Sleight of Flesh just to get power in. And now we can play all our cards. That's why you always pick cards on energy cards. It's just, it can't be bad. We played Grave Warden. Super relevant though. Anyway. Yeah, gameplay wise, there's just not too much to say at this point. I think right when I said we're strong now, we just, it's brain off. We just play and we win. I'm literally only worried about the final bosses, just because that gauntlet can be a little scary. Going back to back, you can take a little bit of damage. You just went from 40 to 20, and our block went all the way up to 40, so the deck is doing what it needs to do. Totally cromulent relic there. Shout out Baylor Lord. I pretend like I'm gonna take End of Days because that's like the Doom card and it is objectively good, but it's not what we're looking for. I think just Seance. Once we're getting down to where we want to just like play Oblivion a bunch, and then just times up things to death. Or a Sleight of Flesh, which again was overkill. Did not need that card as well. Which I would say is, I guess, probably suboptimal. Like we could even skip here, but it's probably Seance. Just have less cards. Dredge was not required whatsoever. And End of Days is certainly not required. We're also not doing AoE fights, so it would have been more relevant if we were fighting the Queen. Dredge. Surely I don't actually click on Dredge, it's just slowing us down. I do, but completely unnecessary. Let's just put Oblivion back into our hand so we can add multiple stacks of it onto things a little bit easier. The same thing as having like a Grave Blast. I would have taken a Grave Blast. Grave Blast probably would have been better than Dredge. Just because I believe Dredge exhausts. It's not that good. Yeah. This one can be a little tricky. Not too scary. Once we block, just have to have that one kind of brick turn, and then we're very strong. Power goes down, game's applied. Now we actually are blocking everything. I don't know what I'm thinking about here. It's just draw. It's draw and then Sleight of Flesh, and then Neuro Surge, and then kill stuff. Kills all the minions. That does help with those low health enemies. Dredge, where they just get kind of blasted and die. Now we are full blocking. Again, I don't know what I'm thinking about here. It's just again, I can just play times up at any point. For instance, here it's pretty good. Yeah, I remember. It's better than a strength potion. Might as well get it back. Got rid of it. Get it back. Third borrowed time. So I don't know. I would rather take that than that Dredge I picked up. So. I just hallucinate, you know, so you don't make optimal decisions always. Countdown would be fine, but Neurosurge already applies. I'm thinking about getting this relic, but there's nothing to add it to, so there is no reason to pick it up. But again, you can't be too hard on yourself when you're playing. It's a little, you have more to think about. What are we ribbon? Yeah, I just want to get rid of attacks, though. I'm honest. I think I'm considering getting rid of Dredge, but I think I'm too embarrassed because I literally just added it. So I think I end up removing Devastate, maybe. Pick up the potion here just for extra uber safety. Come on. Yeah. I think because Unleash, not Devastating, Unleash. If Unleash wasn't upgraded, I would have Snap removed it, but since it's green, it's like I have to think about it. Yeah, again, now I'm just saying this should just be a slam dunk with so much energy that we can just play the statuses if they come to our hand a little too much. And the Enfeebling Touch is definitely blocked. Stun. But we could have played Death Story there, so I really don't think it was relevant to pick up. I would have not taken that and Dredge. Just have just card draw. That way there's no bricks on turn one. It's probably safer. You see Dredge does put in work on this though. He's D-Best. Speeds things up quite immensely. You play times up here. At any point, can play times up. Like I said, these guys could be a little scary just because of the retain in hand. These are like the runic pyramid bad guys, I'd say. So I just want to make sure I play my important stuff. Time's Up is certainly getting destroyed, but I just want to make sure I keep my good block cards and keep some Doom application stuff. So we're definitely gonna there's a good chance we use a potion here just to try to kill the back one. Would make sense to rush the middle one, given our context, but I usually go for the back one just because I like my upgraded cards. And losing some cards, you're really only losing like generally the cards you're not playing, which are your worst cards usually. So it's not a big deal, I would say. No, we're definitely taking some damage here. It's probably just to put on to a Soul or Scourge. I think I kept Scourge just in case I need the extra bin for whatever reason. Shouldn't be an issue. I'd actually get the kill on the front one first, which is funny. I don't know if I've ever killed the front one first before. Now we're feeling good though. I was a little scared there, losing 20 HP, but it's over. Just let these guys go. I play it just in case I want the last cards, then 11. Invoke would be fine. Probably don't take it though, it's just too much energy. It's not relevant. I think you can just take a second domain here. It's not bad. We can definitely play it. And if it breaks, we can just let it exhaust as well. Because we already have one, we don't need to play this. This is a fine turn one. Do they tank this? Maybe this use the potions. Extra card draw. And then we play Dooms, now we actually do full block. And it starts. Not afraid of this first phase whatsoever. Only afraid of the statuses from the second phases, second and third. Potentially clogging us up. We get a bunch of wolves in our hand that we lose, but we're blocking, so that's not a super big concern. We're scaling him up like crazy, but that debilitate is wild. It's as if he's not scaling. It's just pretty funny. He's only doing 20 damage with 24 strength. Totally balanced. And then I just want to kill him with what am I trying to say? Other stuff, not I even get the second domain in. I'm just saving times up for a relevant phase if I feel like it's more dangerous or something. I'm probably saving it for the third. But potentially I would use it in the second if it stopped me from getting a bunch of wounds in my deck. Do we even take damage in these boss fights? That's a question. There is a question. 5 energy, bunch of draw, bunch of block. Kinda hard to die. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Yeah, I think like an actual chimpanzee could play this and win. I've fumbled so many runs in my life that I just go slow in the boss fights. You think you're infinite and then you screw something up and you're not, and then you take damage, then you get wounds in your head and then you lose. Nobody likes that. Yep, he's going to die. Scourge. We get rid of Defy. Unfortunately, we should have played that first, but he's mega dead. This phase is not a concern. And this phase does apply statuses, but they don't remain in hand, and that inherently makes it not dangerous. Plus, we apply Doom, so we can go through intangible. Yep, truly just no concern, just getting rid of all my cards. Super easy. Oh no, he's hitting a 45. Still keeping an eye on that Doom. At this point, with times up, I'm actually not worried about that, just because I will go infinite before that happens. So if worst comes to worst, I can apply Doom over their max HP and then one-shot them. And I won't die because I can have as much Doom. I can have more Doom than max health. As long as I don't end my turn, I'll survive. There you go. Didn't even need to. That's pseudo infinite. It's even better than regular infinite. Demand turn 1 seems like we should be pretty comfortable. Draw 1 here is only questionable if I do the soul. It's like, what did I actually try to main? That's what I had the thought of, and then I said, yep. Obviously didn't need to play that there, but I also know that it is overkill to have it, so not need it. Debilitate here makes them do no damage. Tank a wee bit. Alright. We did perfect. The final 2 bosses on Ascension 10. It's tragic, but allowed. Get rid of this. Yeah, we again just kind of the same gameplay. Like, we want to get rid of all of our cards. Play the good ones. Debilitate in hand. If he dies to Doom, also you get an extra turn of stun on the other enemy. So I'm keeping that in mind. I just end my turn, even though I keep playing. It's because it's another, like a full turn of setup, so we can weaken him and debilitate him, apply a bunch of dim, and kill him. I'm assuming he doesn't even get to attack us. He might. It's definitely close, though. It's a lot of Oblivion. Yeah, really not much to say. He's also just taking so much damage from all the debuffs because we're playing Doom with these cards, but we're also doing 9 damage, so we're just gonna meet in the middle here and then play times up and it'll be over. I don't even know I'm playing that. I'm ending my turn just cause. Definitely didn't have to stop. Do I let him kill with Doom here, but didn't I just going for that nice one shot? So. Just looking for borrowed time to play times up for the 194. Easy. Yeah, so overall just very high roll run, got very easy by the end. But yeah,